Hello and welcome to the tutorial on how to write a paragraph on poetry. Now, this assignment constitutes 10% of your CA and the question is on Let It Go in the movie Frozen. So for the purposes of this, I'm going to model a paragraph based on another Frozen song. This one is Do You Want to Build a Snowman? So for the purposes of understanding this tutorial, please go and Google this, go and find this YouTube video, and also go and look for the lyrics. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. So after you've watched the video and looked at the lyrics, now we can start to look at the model paragraph. So let's say the question is the same as the Let It Go one. How do you feel about the song Do You Want to Build a Snowman, and why? Now, every paragraph needs to have a main point, or what we call a thesis statement. Alright, so here we have a simple one. The song, appeals to me because I can relate to the speaker's feelings of loneliness. Now, in this introduction, you will see that the blue text relates to all the technical terms, and the green one relates to the explanation. Let's look at the evidence and explanation. Now, I need 3 pieces of these in total. So let's look at the first one. Now, firstly, I highlighted this in orange because it's very important to use connectors. And then let's look at this. The speaker's earnest appeal to her sister can be felt through the repeated line. We also call repeated line a refrain in poetry terms. Do you want to build a snowman? This is a very important line because not only does it form the title, it is also part of the chorus. Here it is. Is it really just a snowman? Maybe it's not just a snowman. The snowman actually represents or is a metaphor for the loving relationship and the fun times that the sisters used to have. Now it is gone because Elsa doesn't want to play with her sister anymore for fear of hurting her. Now, the fact that this line is repeated so many times, it actually shows how much the sister wants to reconstruct her relationship with Elsa. It is not just once or twice, but several times. Second piece of evidence and explanation. Here we have something called imagery. Basically it just means images of empty rooms talking to the pictures. These happen in stanza 3. In poetry, we don't call it paragraphs, we call it stanzas. Why is it that the speaker uses these images to emphasize her isolation? It is not just a normal isolation, it is one where she's wandering through empty rooms, she's even talking to the pictures. All this is achieved through imagery, which has the sole function of constructing a mental picture in the reader's mind. Third piece of evidence and explanation. The onomatopoeic sounds of knocking and tick-tocking. Onomatopoeia is basically a fancy way to talk about sounds such as buzz, bang, crash. Here knocking, tick-tocking. You realize that these are sounds that are repeated in every single stanza. Now there's a reason behind this. Because these are sounds that one usually hears in silence. Alright, so the fact that you have these sounds instead of real words, real interaction between the sisters, it reinforces the lack of real communication through words. So having even these sounds plays a function. So hence the speaker's loneliness is portrayed well, and that's the reason I like this song. This part is actually your main statement, which is rehashed here.